Today I'm going to show you how to black out your headlights. Now, regardless of what car you have, the process is going to be very similar if you have chrome housings in your car. Now, the EK9 Type Rs come with black housing headlights, and I really like that look. For my Integra, these things come factory with chrome housings. So we're going to take this apart, we're going to paint it, and it's going to look super dope. So first, I'm going to show you, I got a spare headlight right here, chrome housings. We're going to take this apart. Next, you're going to need 2 screwdrivers to pry the headlight open, and then we're going to be dealing with heat. So I got these gloves from Armor Guys, and it's kind of cool because I could stop traffic with this, and an extra pry tool that's plastic so I don't mar up the plastic on here. So let's get in the house. So inside the house, you're gonna need access to an oven, so ask your wife or your mom to use the oven or else they're gonna kill you. So first, we're gonna set this to bake, and then we're gonna set it to 200 degrees for about 10 minutes. Now, you can set this to 250 or 300 for shorter duration, but I like to keep it lower temperature and longer so you don't risk burning anything. And inside here, I got a piece of cardboard because when the trays right here get hot, okay, they pinpoint the heat on the plastic right here, and then you're gonna have grill marks on the bottom of your headlights, and that's a no-go. So the cardboard right here actually has an insane ignition temperature point. I think it's like 427 degrees. So yeah, it's totally safe. So we're gonna leave that in there for about 10 minutes. So it's been about 10 minutes and our cookies are done. So we're gonna put on our gloves because this gets really hot, and the butyl glue that's on the headlight itself is no joke when it sticks to your skin. So with the temp gun right here, I'm gonna show you, it looks like it's clocking in at about 187 degrees. The cardboard is not on fire, so don't worry about that. Now we're gonna take our screwdriver and we're gonna run it around the headlight. Okay, we're just gonna go on the sideway action like this. Now don't poke yourself because that could happen, but that's why you have gloves too, right? So just go around the whole headlight. Now we're not trying to remove the butyl glue, this black stuff that's on here, because we're gonna reuse that. You can buy replacement glue from the retrofitsource.com, so don't worry if you mess it up, but we're gonna reuse the old glue just for purposes of showing you guys how this works. Then you take your secondary screwdriver and you split it, but you wanna make sure that you take the gooey stuff off ASAP so it doesn't get all over the lens or the projector. And there you go. It's super easy to take this thing apart. 200 degrees, 10 minutes, 2 screwdrivers, and then gloves, because if you don't wear gloves, you're gonna burn yourself, because I think it clocked in at like 180 degrees in the gun right here. So we're gonna take this apart and then we'll paint it. This step is completely optional. A lot of people kind of skimp out on this because it takes a while, but I would highly suggest you get a scuff pad and scuff up the housing so you have something for the paint to stick on. It takes about 5 minutes each, doesn't really take that long, and the grit that I'm using here is about a 400 grit. And after that, we're gonna take this whole assembly and we're gonna pop it back in the oven so it can dry properly. While the headlights are drying outside, we're gonna take the main bucket right here with the glue and we're gonna put it back in the oven for another 200 degrees, 10 minutes, so we can soften up the glue and assemble everything back together. Alright boys, we're almost done. As you can see, the headlight buckets are perfectly dry and painted. They look super smooth, and the way I do this is I lay down a thin base coat first and then a heavy layer after. Let it sit for about 10 minutes and you're golden. So if you're working on a brand new set of headlights or a clean set of headlights that you want to take care of, you probably should put a microfiber under the lens right here so you don't scrape them up. Now these headlights are my track spares, and I'm probably gonna just throw them in the trash after because these things are like foggy all the time. So if you're working on a brand new set, clean the inside of the lenses with the microfiber rag so you don't see any dust, and then wipe down the projectors and also blow it with canned air if you don't have a compressor. If you have a compressor, even better. Clean it up, and then before you put it together, make sure you buy a brand new roll of butyl rubber from the retrofitsource.com. You can reuse your old stuff, which is fine. I've used it before many times, but it's better to just add more so you don't have any sealing issues, because if you have sealing issues, you're gonna have to take it all apart again, and then you're gonna have to reapply the glue, put it in the oven again, and yeah, that's not fun. So about an hour later, we're finally done. Now, the headlights on the Integra are super easy to work on, so if you have something more complex, it might take you a little bit longer. If you have something easier, it might be quicker, but as you can see, the headlights on the OEM is chrome. This one's black. It depends on your style, but for me, I like the chrome better because it looks more OE, but the black looks good too if you like that look, so there you go.